Hi everyone. Right, I've not been really creating very much this week. I've just had one of those weeks. I decided to tuck myself away in my craft room and have a major tidy up. I've just accumulated too many cereal boxes, clothes tags, you know, old junk mail, you know, you name it, ready, and it takes over. It really does take over. And whilst I've used some of it for junk, use it or lose it, everything was in such a muddle that I spent, I think it was all day Tuesday in here, just with the bin bags, just having a really thorough clear out. And then I spent Tuesday then just reorganizing everything so that I know where everything is and I feel much more organized, sorting out all my colorful papers as well and putting them into stacks of marble paper, stacks of jelly prints, so on and so forth. So that's what I've been up to. Also, my washing machine broke down, so I got stuck in on one day sort of waiting for the repairman to arrive. And also at the beginning of the week we had a bit of a scare with with the rowing, or Sam had gone to a rowing competition in Gloucester on Saturday and won a gold medal, which is absolutely fantastic, in the single boat this time. But then Sunday went to the club to put everything away and unload the trailer and clean the boats as they do, and realised that he'd left the oars behind in Gloucester by the canal. Now, luckily, we've managed to find out where they are, and it was frantic for, oh gosh, about, well, a day and a half whilst we were trying to track them down. But Ascot Rowing Club had taken them. The tips are the same colour as theirs, and so they've ended up in Ascot, which is a 2.5-3 hour drive away. And so I thought that I was going to have to sort of make a trip down there to go and get them. Now, luckily, one of the gents in the club is working in that direction and is going to do a slight detour for me and go and retrieve them. So that's it. Phew, panic off. So I just haven't had any time to get in my craft room and create this week. But yesterday I thought, right, I was crawling the walls and just had to do something. So I've been playing with the newspaper and making wrapping paper as per BettsyDoodle's video. Dee sent me a huge box of Happy Mail last Friday, which some of you will have seen. I think I uploaded the video on Monday, and lots of people had asked Dee to do a video showing how she made her gorgeous wrapping paper, and so I've had a play. I've got a sheet, a newspaper that Steve had brought me back from France, with quite large paper, actually not quite as big as the UK broadsheets, but really good sized paper, and I've been having a play. So I've just done exactly what Dee said, and I've just used up all of my cheap craft paints, really. I've got a box of paints from, I'm just delving on the floor. This was one of the first sets that I bought probably about 4 years ago from the works. It was £8, complete acrylic starter kit, and to be honest, the quality of these paints is not that great, and they're starting to perish as well. The pink has gone grainy. There was a lighter blue which I've had to bin because it's set rock hard, so I'm trying to use these up. So for this one here, I put a coat of gesso on the paper. Then I used some of Dee's paints that she sent me in the Happy Mail, and I've just brayered all the paints on, and then I've used some of the greens and aquas out of the set that I've just showed you. Used a damp baby wipe like Dee did to make sure that all the colours are nicely blended, and then I've just stamped and stenciled over the top. I used some gold and silver paint. These are just cheap paints that I got a couple of years ago from Sainsbury's supermarket. I think these were 99p or £1.50 or something like that. And I've never really used them, and so I just sponged some stars. This is just a cheap cake decorating stencil that you've seen me use before, that I got from Home Sense on the cake decorating section. It was on clearance for £1. I've got a heart one as well. So I did various stars in gold and silver, and then I used one of my homemade stamps as well. This is Kids Fun Foam, and I've stamped some green and some sort of yellow green stars on, put it to one side and allowed it to dry, and then I've just used some of my Christmas tree stamps. I've got this one here, which is a larger Christmas tree, and then a smaller one here, and I just stamped some Christmas trees on with Stays On ink. I've decorated the back as well, just in blues, greens and gold, and again just used my brayer to put that on. So that's the first sheet. I just absolutely love it. It feels so nice. I decided to do both sides because I found that the paper just wouldn't lie flat. It was curling all over the place, especially around the edges, whereas by doing the back as well, it's completely flattened everything out. This one here was done using the Hobbycraft paints. These are the ones that I used when I did my salad spinner art, and I've used various shades of purples and blues and pinks. There's a coat of gesso on this first before I added the colours, and then it was quite dark, so I used my spotty roller with some white paint just to sort of add some spots just to lighten that. Then I've splattered some of the darker purple and some of the Pebeo iridescent blue-green on top. And then finally I used my snowflake stamp for this one, and my Starlight Silver archival ink, and I've just gone down in rows like this, very methodical. So I've done one row, and then I've gone and done the next until the whole of the sheet was covered in silver snowflakes. I don't know whether you can pick that up. Isn't that pretty? I just absolutely love that. And then again, I've decorated the back with a coat of gesso, and then this one here I think has got the purple and the pink. This one here, to blend all the colours, I found this bubble wrap bag and I used it like a glove, and I just smushed the colours around. So this one's got sort of like a bubble pattern on the back. So that's that one there. This one here, with the splatters that I did on the previous one with the iridescent, the Pebeo Diner colours, I used the bubble wrap again, and this is just a piece of A3 copier paper, and I stamped off the leftover Diner acrylic because of course I had to put it on a palette and water it down, so there's quite a bit of paint left. And then I used my snowflake stamp and royal purple Stays On ink to create that, so I think that's really pretty. This one here I've just used, again, coat of gesso, various shades of purples for this one, and I've started with the darker colour and then gone lighter and lighter and lighter, and I've just used my bubble wrap just to do each colour. So I've put the darker one on, and then I've smushed it all around with the bubble wrap, and then I've added the lighter colour and done the same thing. And then again I've got some splatters. I watered down some of the purple and splattered that on, and then again used the iridescent Diner, so that one's got a nice sparkle. Then use the snowflake stamp with the teal blue this time to create that one, so that's that. And then the back of that one is just pinks and a bit of purple, again sort of, you know, just put on with the bubble wrap glove. This one, same kind of thing, just using gold, silver and copper. So again, it's got a coat of gesso down first, and then I've just used my bubble wrap just to blend all of these three colours into the sheet. And then I've used the snowflake stamp with black archival ink just to create my pattern there. I just used some of the Inca Gold, actually. I put some orange Inca Gold and then some of the copper, gold and silver on the back. So that's how the back of that one was done. And then I've got this one here, which I just had a bit of fun with. I used the cheap Works little tubes of paint that you've seen in various shades of red and orange, and then you can see some yellow ochre on here too. And then I just used some homemade stamps. I used various sizes of bottle lids. I used my sink plug, you can see that here with some of the pink. This black stamp here is the lid of the paint that BettsyDoodle gave me. I just used the lid as a stamp. On the green Christmas tree one, I don't know whether I said that I used some of the paint that Dee gave me in my Happy Mail as well. What else have I done with this one? I used one of the Claudine Helmuth stamps, that one there. That's what the circles are in the white, and then the white dots are the rubber end of a pencil, so that's how that one was done. And then I've decorated the back of this one in various shades of reds, crimson and gold, and that's it. So there's my gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous wrapping paper. This was so much fun to make. So there you go. I'll leave the link to Dee's video below. She sort of does a tutorial and explains how she made it. But if you like that, please give me a thumbs up and let me know what you think in the comments below. And take care, everyone. I'll see you all again soon. Have a great weekend. Bye for now.